Well, it's that time of the morning where we take a look at what's making the headlines around the world. Today, I'm joined by the social and political commentator, Susan Fajana-Thomas. Welcome to the programme, Susan.
Good morning.
Good morning. Let's start off with This Day, Nigeria's biggest-selling newspaper. Talking about Goodluck Jonathan, 13 days to go, and he's packed his bags already.
I think the man is ready for the next adventure. Oh, you are aware that he had been rumoured that he's already been appointed as a global crisis envoy by the UN. So we are hoping as soon as he's out of Aso Rock, he's going to start on that. It is, I think, President Goodluck Jonathan have put himself on the world map as an elder statesman, and he's enjoying that.
Well, this is the first time he's going to be a free man in 16 years, isn't it?
It is. Unlike when you're a politician in this part of the world, you've got a bit of your time. In a place like Nigeria, in particular, if you're a governor, if you're a president, you don't have time for yourself. It is, the pressure is too much. So it's like, I think he's counting days down to say, oh, in 14 days' time, in 13 days' time, I'll be a free man. And yeah.
There's rumours, it says here, that he's going to tour South Africa, Mozambique and Nepal, and he's also going to write a book. I wonder what his book will be about.
I think, as you know, he is a lecturer, so I'm not surprised that he's going to write a book. I think he will want to write a book regarding his experience as a politician in Nigeria, as Nigerian #1 citizen. So we're keeping fingers crossed to see all the beams spilled on the pages of his book.
Yeah, it'll certainly be a good read. I mean, it certainly will be. Let's go on to the China Daily, a story about Modi, India's PM, unveiling visa plans to attract Chinese travellers. Why does he want to attract the Chinese?
Oh, I think everybody wants Chinese these days. I think the president of Chinese is really spread his hands everywhere in the world, and this is another. This is part of the deal that Chinese is making with India, and Modi think it would be good for them to have more access to India. So that's why they're introducing this electronic visa to make it easier for businesses from China to come into India.
Yeah, because, I mean, tour agencies have been complaining that there's strict visa procedures for the Chinese to travel to India, and that's actually stopping them from going, isn't it?
Yeah, it is stopping them from going, but when this is about the economy, this is about China, this is about alliance, and they're ready to do it in spite of there might be some legislative constraint, but I know Modi is ready to do this for the Chinese.
They've also been talking about other things. They've been talking about building the world's second longest high-speed railroad, linking New Delhi in the north to the southern city of Chennai. What's that all about? Why do they want to build that?
I think this is China in the last year. If you remember, about a month ago, there was a similar deal with the Pakistani. They're building a lot of infrastructures in Pakistani, and China want to become that world leader. That they are doing things in most countries of the world. So this is what they want to do in China. Oh, sorry, in India.
In India, yeah. OK, let's move on to The Independent from the United Kingdom. Yeah. The hunting ban is set to be repealed. So let's give us a bit of background on that. Tony Blair, when he was Prime Minister, led the bill to ban hunting with hounds. Since then, in his autobiography, Tony Blair has said that he'd made a mistake and that he actually didn't understand the countryside properly, and he shouldn't have done it. What do you make of this story?
What I make of the story as somebody who loves animals is this. Yes, there is a campaign by Countryside Alliance who believe this need to be repealed. But having said that, there is the other aspect to read the League Against Cruel Sport. They see hunting with dogs as cruelty towards these animals. So it is, I think both sides have got confidence that this the vote will go their way. And to me, I don't think the necessity of repealing this vote or repealing this law. But let's wait and see what happens. I think majority of people in this country don't want to see this law repealed.
Yeah, I mean,
apart from the Countryside Alliance.
Well, I think the thing is the Countryside Alliance are very loud. They've got a very loud voice, and they make themselves heard. I mean, when the bill was going through, you know, there were protests everywhere about it. They were saying that it was an issue of prejudice, an issue of snobbery, an issue of not understanding the countryside, and sort of somewhere in the middle of that, what actually gets lost is that it's cruel to animals, but a lot of people don't think it is.
Personally, I think it is. You are absolutely right. The Countryside Alliance are loud, they're rich, and they've got a lot of sympathetic MPs within the Tories and within the Conservative Party. So I wouldn't be surprised if in another 1, 2, 3 months this happens, but I hope it doesn't.
I mean, it's certainly something that does seem to divide opinion. I mean, we were talking about it in the newsroom a couple of hours ago, and, you know, everybody had a different opinion. Some people were saying, yes, it's cruel, you're terrorising these foxes, the hounds are ripping them apart. Other people are saying, well, you know, what's the alternative? They get shot and you don't know whether it's a clean shoot, and they limp off into the bushes and die in agony. You know, it does kind of divide opinion, and I presume will continue to do so. Yes,
I agree. We've got polarized opinion in regards to which is the best way, but I hope whenever it comes to Parliament and whenever that vote is taken, that the best decision is towards the animals.
Okay, let's that's all we've got time for now, I'm afraid. But Susan Fajana-Thomas, thank you very much indeed for joining me. That was lovely. Thank you very much.